Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Michael from How Thrills back with another video, and this is our final stop here in Texas. We are here at Six Flags over Texas. This, I believe, is the largest coaster collection of our little tour here of Texas. And unfortunately, we're here a little bit late. We had to drive all the way from San Antonio up here to Arlington to come to Six Flags over Texas, so we're a little bit late. The park opened about almost an hour and a half ago at this point. So we're an hour and a half behind schedule. There's, I think, 13 total coasters, including kitty credits to get on. So we're gonna head in and start riding some things. But before we do that, please make sure that you're subscribed and have the bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. And also, if you have been enjoying all of this content, please, like I said, don't forget to subscribe and also follow me on both Instagram and Twitter. The links are down in the description below. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get in. So I literally did like no prep for this park, so we're kind of just walking around blind. So we ran into our first coaster while we're walking around. It's La Vibora. So La Vibora is right here. It is a Intamin Swiss Bob. That is gonna be our first coaster, I guess, of the day here. Wow, okay. I never thought I'd view a coaster with worse ops than a Wild Mouse, but here we are. La Vibora is one of the worst operating coasters I've ever been on, and there's a reason why. This is the only existing one that's currently operational in the world. The ride's janky, the ride is painful, my tailbone is completely shattered, and
I nearly died. I literally felt myself falling out. Trying to bear myself. There's no seatbelts, and the bar is like, what, 5 inches away from my chest, so nothing's holding you at all.
Yeah,
nothing.
The wait was like almost an hour and a half. Yeah. Not worth it for the first ride of the day. We're now even more behind than we were, so we're gonna try to run to something that's a little bit better. It won't be hard. Winner for hardest coaster entrance to find goes to Titan. It is like down this path that's marked for picnic pavilions, but for some reason that's how you get to it. This park so far is very confusing with its layout. I'm not sure how to find some of the coasters, and the map isn't really helpful. But we made it to Titan, coaster number 2. This one's a really weird one. I can't remember what the name of it is, like what the actual manufacturer is, but here we are. So it says Titan is a Giovanola mega coaster. Never heard of it, and I think there's like barely any that exist in the world. So we got another kind of rare credit here today. So for a Giovanola coaster, which I have never heard of that manufacturer, never even heard of this coaster model, that was really surprisingly good. I thoroughly enjoyed that coaster. Honestly, it was a really good ride, very smooth. We were all the way up in the back, and it was still smooth. Had great floater airtime in the one section. It was really, really good. What did you think of it?
I would say this ride definitely is. Don't know if it's like the best coaster because we still got a lot more to go.
Yeah.
But I would say it was really fun. It was definitely is it the tallest coaster here?
It might be. I'm not entirely sure. We might have to check that.
Yeah, but it had really good G's, like you were saying, and at one point it does abruptly stop.
Yeah.
Which it might just be it was going too fast because, like, as we went to the next part, it was like pulling G's like really fast, so you could feel it like all the way to the pit of your stomach, honestly.
Yeah, but like Abby was saying, the only part of it that was like kind of downside of it was that one section that was like a big block break section right in the middle of the layout. It was so random that you just abruptly stopped, and then it had you continue on. But it could, like she said, it could have been the back half. If you're going too fast, you'll pull too many G's. But there were good sections of lateral and vertical G's. I really did enjoy this coaster, and it was super fun. A super fun ride.
Just very hard to find the ride.
Yeah, it's very hard to find, but it's definitely worth it.
Its appeal because it's a mysterious ride that you have to go find, and that there's not many people here, so it's a low wait time.
Yes. Here we are, our next ride up. Since we're over here, the new Texas Giant. This is the only other RMC hybrid in the state of Texas, so we're gonna have to rate this against Iron Rattler to see which one we think is better out of the two RMC hybrids here in the state. After about a 2-hour wait, pretty much attributed to ride ops and literally for a moment in time an entire train being sent empty for like half an hour, and a couple of the rows in the only operating train being closed, we finally got on New Texas Giant. And comparative between New Texas Giant and Iron Rattler, it's no contest. Iron Rattler just blows New Texas Giant out of the water. There's not much forces, not much airtime. It's kind of, I mean, in my opinion, a pretty boring and basic layout for an RMC iBox hybrid. I would not wait for that coaster probably any longer than maybe 20 minutes. That was not worth the wait that we had for it. I got the credit, but I'm not happy about it. So far, the ops here at Six Flags Over Texas are completely night and day between the other Six Flags park that we went to only a few days ago. So far, I'm not pleased with the operations on rides here at this park.
And to be honest, like when you really think about it, so far the rides are not taken care of as good as Fiesta Texas when you kind of think about it.
Yeah.
Looking at the rides, that's probably why the ride operations are bad, is because they don't take care of their rides. But like he said, is that the Iron Rattler was definitely better. It was smoother, it had more turns, and it had more airtime, and it was just better overall. And it was very surprisingly fast. This one, not as fast.
No, it was definitely, it's showing its age as being, I believe, the first RMC hybrid. So yeah, it's definitely
could have been better.
Definitely could have been better. Okay, Abby's taking a break to get some food, so I'm gonna get in line for Runaway Mountain. I'm pretty sure this is like Skull Mountain at Great Adventure, so I'm not expecting much. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait. I'm not sure. Not too bad of a wait, like 20 minutes, and we're already inside. We're gonna be on next. Runaway Mountain was exactly what I expected. It was a Skull Mountain clone, or that Skull Mountain's a clone of that. I'm not sure, but it's just an indoor, dark, lights out roller coaster. I think I prefer this one over Skull Mountain. At least this one had a little bit more to the layout. But I mean, pretty basic if you ask me. We're gonna try to find Aquaman Power Wave and get that out of the way because it's a water ride. Well, that didn't take long. There it is. Yep, first of its kind, a water coaster or splash boat coaster. I'm not really sure what it's considered. Aquaman Power Wave. Not too bad. It's just checked it up, so it's a mock power splash model, and I believe, like I said, I think this is the only one that's currently operational. It was fun. I got a little wet. We were in the second row. It wasn't too bad. Very short ride though. Very short ride. But I mean, if the wait's short enough, I can suggest it if it's hot in the park.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't wait an extremely long amount of time for it, though. No. It's too short of a ride for it to wait for it for extremely long lengths of time.
Yeah.
But right next to it is Pandemonium, so we're gonna get on Pandemonium. I went on Pandemonium over at Fiesta Texas. Abby didn't go on it, so we're both gonna go on it this time over here. Never mind, not going on it. It's closed.
Darn.
That's a shame. All right, since Pandemonium's closed, we're gonna get on Runaway Mine Train. And there's also Mini Mine Train, so 2 back-to-back? Sure, why not? And Runaway Mine Train is an ACE roller coaster landmark, recognized on September 9th, 2006. So, regular Mine Train, done. On to the Mini Mine Train. Regular Runaway Mine Train was okay. It's an old coaster, and it has some janky moments, some pretty rough transitions.
Painful.
Nothing too special. And I expect the Mini Mine Train to be even worse. Mini Mine Train, it was a kiddie coaster. Plain and simple, there was a very small drop and flat track the rest of it. It turned a few times, that was about it. It's considered a family coaster, but honestly, it's a glorified kiddie coaster, to be completely honest. You didn't go on it, but I went on it. It's a credit. It's a credit. Okay, now on to a coaster I'm actually excited for. Mr. Freeze, the coldest coaster on the planet. Used to be Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast Coaster, but last year they closed it and flipped the car back around. So it is just the normal Mr. Freeze Blast Coaster now. But you go up that big spike there and then you go around over here. But yeah, super excited for this coaster. Finally done with Mr. Freeze, and actually one side of the coaster launches forwards, one side of the coaster launches backwards. And unfortunately, I didn't know that, so we ended up getting the forward launch, which, whatever. I mean, it was still a great coaster. I love that coaster. But is it better than my current favorite here at the park, Titan? I'm not sure. I really liked parts of that ride, but I think I'm still gonna have to give it to Titan. I do think it's better than New Texas Giant, though. Yeah, I think it's better than New Texas Giant. I don't know about Titan yet. I'll have to think about it some more. But we are going right next door to another Batman clone. We rode Goliath the other day at Fiesta Texas, which was a Batman clone. Now we're riding Batman the Ride, which, surprise, surprise, is a Batman clone. So you ever have a thought where something just clicks just a day too late? Yeah, that's me right now when we were riding Batman the Ride here at Six Flags Over Texas. What clicked for me is that yesterday at SeaWorld, Great White is in fact a Batman clone. I have been deceived. I have been deceived by my own mind. I didn't think it was a Batman clone, but it is. It was the exact same layout. So, okay ride. Honestly, I think Great White was smoother yesterday than this. This one hurt. And then this one also, the paint is extremely faded and it doesn't look so great. But honestly, mid.
Yeah.
Not great, not bad, just kind of there.
Not at the bottom, but not at the top.
Yeah, just kind of right there, smack dab in the middle. But now I think it's time. We had this exact same moment at Fiesta Texas, but now I think it's time.
And now I have to do it.
Yeah, 4D free spin time. It's Joker time. So not only have I ridden one of these before, I have ridden basically the exact same thing in Great Adventure. Hey, look, everybody, it's Harley Quinn Spinsanity. Oh, the poor ride. I think Cyborg's still open at Great Adventure, though, if you really need to ride this. But you're not missing much. Hold up. I made a discovery. It's not an exact clone as the other one I've been on, because the one at Great Adventure, the lift is on that side, and on this one, the lift is on this side. So, you know, it's different. Abby. How was your first 4D free spin coaster?
It wasn't my first one. This is my second one. I did the Joker one in Great Adventure.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And they both suck. And whoever made this ride, I would like to personally thank you for the worst experience of my entire life. And I want to kill you personally.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as Batman the Ride over at Fiesta Texas the other day. We spun so much more, many more times on that than we did on Joker here. It was somewhere just past Tim Billy, but less than Joker at Great Adventure and way less than Batman the Ride at Fiesta Texas. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. Still a god-awful ride, and they should never build any more of these, but it wasn't that bad. Well, as we were walking over to our next coaster, we did see that Pandemonium is back up and running. It's been closed for a little bit. I don't know why it's been closed, but it is back and open and running now, so after we get off of our next coaster, we're going to run back over there and get our credit for that. But we are heading to Judge Roy Scream. It is the wooden coaster here at the park. We'll have to see how it is. There it is, the entrance for Judge Roy Scream. All west of the Pecos. Okay, I think we have a new contender for worst ride in the park. Lava Bora, you're off the hook. Judge Roy Scream takes the cake. That was painful.
I want to throw up.
eight drops, and every single time just spine and stomach shattering pain. Yeah, not a very smooth coaster.
I'm tapping out.
Yeah, we got, I think it's 7:30, and we have 3 coasters left to get. Yeah, and one of them is a kitty credit, one of them is Pandemonium, and the last one that's a regular coaster other than Pandemonium is Shockwave. And I haven't heard great things about Shockwave, so I'm not too hyped about that one. I don't know why I chose like the last 3 coasters to be kind of like the worst ones. Well, last 4, including this one. So we'll see. We got an hour and a half though until close, so we got 3 coasters to get in an hour and a half. Back in again, trying to get on Pandemonium. Like I said, I went on it the other day at Fiesta Texas. Now it's time to get on it here at Over Texas. Okay, Pandemonium. What'd you think? Because I've been on it already. What did you think?
I believe I must have forgot. Is there one in Great Adventure?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any spinning thing like that.
I've been on one just like that, but I don't know where. Maybe it was Legoland.
I don't know.
I think Legoland has one. But anyway, it was fine. It was smooth. It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
It just went in circles. But I had a kid in my cart who was like, "Don't scream or I hate you." So I was bullied into not screaming and enjoying myself by a 12-year-old. I was scared.
My cart was pretty fun. We ended up going in single riders just because the line was pretty long. But no, it was a fun time. The people in my cart had a great time. I was just joking around with them the entire time. We were going. I was on the backwards side, so me and the girl that was next to me were like, I'm like, oh, we're going backwards, and then I would make fun of the other people when they were going backwards. It was just nice back and forth. It was fun though, fun times on that one. And Pandemonium is just a really nice kind of, I wouldn't say it's extremely intense. It depends on the weighting of the actual car itself, but my ride through wasn't too spinny. It was really smooth. We were on our way to Shockwave. See the Superman Tower of Power. It's their launch tower here, and I just find it funny that it's themed to Superman, because most of the other ones are just, either Skyscream or Scream or whatever whatever name, but this one's themed to Superman. All right, we made it to Shockwave. This is a Schwarzkopf looper. I'm interested. It looks okay, and the map said it had 50 million riders, so it has to be good, right? You missed another good one, Abby.
I'm in pain. I'm tired. I know. I'll do Wild E. Coyote. I'll do the baby one.
But Shockwave was good. It's a basic Schwarzkopf looper. Both the loops were really good, and honestly, it was pretty smooth for as old as it is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that's one of the better coasters in the park, to be honest. It's a really good classic coaster with some nice air time and some pretty good inversions. Honestly, I have nothing to really complain about it. I mean, it does look kind of janky, and it definitely needs a fresh coat of paint, but the coaster itself does not run too bad for how old it is, honestly. So we have one more ride here, and it is 8:20. So we got 40 minutes left in the operating day here to ride one coaster, and it's the Wile E. Coyote Kitty Credit here at the park. So we gotta go find that, ride that, and then maybe we'll have some time for either a re-ride or get Abby on a coaster she skipped out on earlier. But I personally would like to ride Titan again if I can, because as of right now, it still stands as my favorite coaster here in the park. There it is. We made it. A really nice Wile E. Coyote themed kitty coaster. And a kitty credit, our official last credit of the trip. Number 198. Wow, 198. We're 2 away from 200. Well, never mind. We didn't finish with 198. We finished with 197. We got turned away.
I was one head too tall for this ride.
Yeah, for some reason, this one, unlike the other one at Fiesta Texas, this one requires you to have someone that's under the height of 54 inches to be able to ride.
Yep.
It's dumb.
Sorry.
It's dumb. I hate it. But whatever. Now we have time to go over to ride Titan, though. Well, with 12 minutes to spare, we made it back here to Titan, and it only took us until the very last day of our trip to get a night ride. Yes, I mean, it technically is dusk, not really night, but the park isn't open that late, so it's a night ride to me. We did it. We got our night ride on Titan.
Finally. Very hard to get a night ride in Texas in
yes.
summer.
But yeah, Titan's my favorite at the park, without a doubt. It's such a good coaster, so smooth, tons of floater air time.
The G's on that is so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that coaster is good. I'm surprised there aren't more of them in the country, to be completely honest. But it is a great, great coaster. And honestly, a great way to end our day here at Six Flags Over Texas. We're done, man. 3 hectic days later, we are done at our theme park trip to Texas. Finishing off our trip here at Six Flags Over Texas. How'd you enjoy the park?
It was fun. It was a lot. There's definitely a lot of questionable rides here. Definitely can understand why people like Fiesta Texas, probably.
Oh yeah.
Over Texas. No pun intended there. But you know, I would say that it's not the people operating the ride's fault. I think it's really just down to like who's managing the individual parts, because whoever's managing Fiesta knows what they're doing, and they're doing a really good job at it, so congrats Fiesta. But over Texas, you got some work to do.
Yeah, over Texas, the rides definitely need some TLC. It kind of reminds me of Great Adventure, where a lot of the rides look like they haven't had paint in probably 10 years.
Yeah, or just need some oil or something.
And a lot of the attractions have closed rows. Just in general, it's just like night and day between Over Texas and Fiesta Texas. Fiesta Texas is 1,000 times better than this park. If you have the choice between the two of them, definitely Fiesta Texas.
Yeah.
This park is just kind of there's really nothing that really stands out at this park. Titan was really great. I loved Titan, and
Aquaman was pretty.
It was unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquaman was unique. It's definitely something that you can't find anywhere else. But
other than that,
favorite park of this trip, it's got to be Fiesta Texas, right?
Yeah,
Fiesta
all
Texas.
The rides there. We were trying to remember, like, what was the worst ride at Fiesta? There really wasn't.
There really wasn't one. I mean, I hate SNS 40 free spins, but even though I hate them, they're not that bad of a ride. But yeah, here we probably had some of our worst rides of the entire trip here.
Yeah.
SeaWorld was okay. ZDT Switchback was great. But here, there was just a handful of rides that just were not good or not operating well.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not a sad note. It's not. We're ending on a low note. We ended on a high note. We finished with Titan, our favorite coaster in the park. So
we got to do it at night.
Yes, and we got to do a night ride. So I really did enjoy these last 3 days going to parks. It's been a couple weeks for you guys, but I hope you guys did enjoy following us along with our journey through Texas of theme parks and seeing me closer and closer to 200 coaster credits. Yeah, we're almost there. We got 3 more to go, baby. We got 3 more. But if you guys did enjoy these series of videos, please make sure you drop a like down below and also comment what was your favorite park that we covered during this time. I'd like to know. But as always, I'm Mike from How It Thrills, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you're out of here. See you guys next time.